Health is something sometimes we take it for granted. You hear about eat well, sleep well, exercise well, all of those things, and they become a little more important as we get older. And I think if you wait around for when you feel like working out or feel like doing something, it's never going to happen.
Jeff Spencer has spent most of his life as an athlete.
I came out here in 1978 to be an Arkansas Razorback. I was a competitive swimmer. I was a chairman for the Arkansas Masters Swimming. I was a U.S. swimmer. That's what paid for my college, was being a Razorback. And then I got into triathlons.
And while he was a strong swimmer, there was one part of the triathlon he struggled in.
Running, I didn't do very well at all, and I was extremely slow.
Pushed by his desire to improve, Jeff sought out other athletes for help.
There's a saying that goes, you're the average of your 5 closest friends. I started hanging around cyclists, and the cyclist would help me get faster. And then I would hang around these runners.
When Jeff decided he wanted to participate in an Ironman triathlon, he ran his first marathon to qualify.
This group from Northwest Arkansas went up and did the Twin Cities Marathon in 2011, 2012. And I went up there, and that was my first marathon. And once I did a marathon, I thought that was going to be it. Until we found out about the world of trail running.
Then, while Jeff and his wife were traveling, they found out about ultra running. And in 2015,
there was a runner from Bentonville. There were a couple runners that were out there that got into the Western States, and they invited me to come be part of the crew and spectate.
The Western States Endurance Run, the world's oldest 100-mile race, giving runners the challenge to run 100 miles in one day.
It was when I showed up there and I saw the struggle of all these athletes and just the beauty of like Tahoe and the wilderness area, that it was there that the seeds of the dream were planted that I wanted to do the Western States 100.
After that, Jeff trained, working hard to get in the race, which only allows 369 athletes to compete every year.
You have to do a qualifying race just to get into the lottery. And so your level of fitness has to be up pretty high. And if you don't get in to Western States, then you have to re-qualify every year.
In 2022, Jeff managed to qualify for Western States. But a few months before the lottery,
had a biopsy and it confirmed that I had stage 1 prostate cancer. And that was in August of 2022.
And with a family history of the disease,
my dad, when he found out he had prostate cancer, it was a little bit more advanced. He could, of course, do surgery. There's radiation, there were pellets, there's hormones. And the other option is just to wait and watch. And that's what my dad chose to do. And unfortunately, we watched him, the cancer spread. He had made all of us promise that if we were ever diagnosed with prostate cancer, to not do the wait and watch.
He opted for surgery.
We were able to time it so that it was just after the lottery, and I didn't get into Western States. That was my 7th year of trying to get in, and so we went ahead and scheduled the surgery for February, and thankfully I was able to be cancer-free.
But getting back on the trails wasn't easy.
It really does set you back, and I was not a very good patient. I did get back too fast too soon. And it set me back. So then I had to go slower back to walking and then start my training plan. And it was very difficult.
Despite the setbacks, he managed to qualify for the lottery again.
And I didn't get into Western States another year. So then I had to go to another qualifier. And in 2024, I qualified for the Western States lottery and I got in.
Arkansas, 64 tickets, Jeff Spencer. He's here. There we go. Woo!
That was December 3rd of 2024 is when I got selected, and then the race was June 28th.
6 months of training later,
they were in. This was the 52nd year of the running of the Western States 100. It was a dream come true. This is the official thing. This here, 8 years.
After 100 miles of wilderness,
it's 18,000 feet of climbing and 22,000 feet of descent. And so not just simple trails, but it's up and down, and it's hot and it's cold, and it's everything that you think of in a backcountry.
At age 66, Jeff finished his first Western States 100, finally fulfilling the dream he had been chasing for nearly a decade, and brought home a very special award.
The coveted belt buckle. A lot of ultra runs have a belt buckle instead of a regular finishing medal because it started from Western States. It used to be a horse race, and this is the buckle that you get for completing the 100 miles in under 30 hours.
Today, Jeff is chasing more dreams while keeping his health at the forefront.
My wife and I have worked very hard. But then as you get older, if you haven't taken care of yourself and you aren't healthy enough to enjoy it, a lot of people want to travel and they want to, do kind of fun things, and it makes it much more enjoyable when you're healthy. And so, yeah, we've got quite a few things on our bucket list.